Blairing Out Show.
Blairing Out with ERIC BLAIR show. We're here with Frank from the Gallows. Now, Frank, right now we've got your bros over here in the band, the rest of the Gallows signing release forms.
Signing the waiver.
Now, right now, the buzz in the industry about you is just off the chain, okay? You just were featured in Spin Magazine, which is huge. You were signed to Epitaph Records, but now you are signed with Sire Records.
Sire Reprise, yeah.
Which is Seymour Stein's label. Seymour Stein signed the Ramones. He signed Madonna, if that means anything.
It does, it means everything.
Yeah. So you are in very good company, my friend.
We actually went and met them, like everyone there, properly for the first time yesterday. I have to say, like, we've never felt as welcome on a label in our whole life. It was absolutely amazing.
What part of England are you from?
We're all from Hertfordshire, which is like just outside of London, like northwest London.
And then at what age, I mean, did you experience the hard life on the streets of London?
No, I mean, we've all come from a very good background, you know. We had like a great upbringing. We've all got brilliant parents, they're very supportive. My mum still comes to the show. She's flying out to New York to see us on the Warped Tour. Like, all of our families were the best families that they could be, but, you know, we were all in situations when we wrote the first record that we didn't want to be in. You know, we were stuck doing dead-end jobs. Some of us were working 6 days a week for no money just to get by, you know. I was living in a squat above a shop that my dad was running. I was working for him, I was trying to tattoo and running this picture framing business, and all I wanted to do was get out with my boys and play punk rock. And so we'd practice in the back of my house after hours. I lived in this super rough town, and we just pretty much wrote the whole record about this town and you know, our lives coming in and out of there and trying to play punk rock, trying to, you know, just trying to get out of a situation that we were stuck in. And then out of nowhere, it just started to happen.
Well, now what do you think were some of the most grueling times for you?
One of the most grueling changes we went through in the band was actually when we were recording this new record, and I actually lost my voice at the last minute. And we had to go home, and we took a drilled a hole in the wall in my brother's bedroom, and we recorded all the vocals there because it was stressing us out, and we were like, dude, this doesn't feel right. We come from this punk rock background. We wrote the first record and recorded it in my friend's garage. It cost us like £1,000, and here we are on a major label, and I'm stressing over this thing that I can't do. So I just recorded the vocals from my bedroom, and that was like, at the beginning it was one of the most grueling things, and then when we started doing it, I just realized this is the greatest experience of our lives. Like, when you're in that situation, you're just taking it back, you know, reclaiming it for yourself. Like, that's punk rock, taking a multi-million, you know, record label and saying, well, we're gonna do the vocals in my bedroom. Like, they were pretty pissed. You know,
really?
Like, are you sure you guys can do that? Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, have it in 2 weeks. Don't stress. And, you know, you've heard the record, it came out great.
What do you think of the music business today, and are you dissatisfied with what's coming out musically?
Yeah, I'm extremely offended by a lot of the music that's out, and that, I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that are like writing music in GarageBand and, you know, going out, they're on a punk rock tour, they're not playing guitars, they've got synths and keyboards and drum machines. And I think all those bands, the problem is that they're all style over substance, you know? And I think music should be about substance. Music, you know, there's a certain element of style in it that's always been in music, but music, number one, should be about substance. And we're a band that has always been substance over style from the very beginning. We've always played music for ourselves. Like, we've always written the original music from the heart, and we've never been about, like, none of us care how the fuck we look, you know? Like, some of us have tattoos, some of us don't. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm wearing Vans, he's wearing Nikes, like, he's wearing a fucking red vest. Like, it doesn't matter. We don't care what we look like. We care about our fucking music, you know? And I think that a lot could be said for us doing that on a punk rock tour. You know, here's the bottom line is that the bands that like us on this tour, we get on with Bad Religion, NoFX, The Adolescents, you know? When those bands, I grew up listening to those bands. When they come to us and they're like, oh, you know, it's great to see you guys again, like, you know, love the new record. What more could I fucking ask for, you know? When all this whole new wave of bands like Broken Side and 303, all the emo, like, you know, all the crunk shit that's coming out, nobody's gonna like that bands but 12-year-old girls, you know? And that's all well and good until those girls turn 16 and realize that there's cooler music out there like Gallows. and then we'll just take their fans then. So it's fine. I can wait 4 years.
What kind of subject matter are you dealing with lyrically in your songs?
I mean, this new record deals with everything that I really hate. Like, I hate religion, you know, I hate corrupt government, I hate the fact that a full false economy has rolled in and we're all living in a recession, you know, and in today's day and age, that just really shouldn't happen. So.
Now let's start with some of those hates. You hate religion.
With religion anywhere, it's a select group of people that are explaining to you that they are better than you, and they're telling you how to live your life. And it's all based on a fucking story, you know, a fictional story, the best-selling story in the world, you know. Frankly, like, the only person that knows whether I can live a good life or not is myself, and that's just how I've always rolled. Like, I'm not going to live my life for anybody but myself, you know. I don't believe in a higher power. I never have. I never will.
Who do you think Jesus Christ is? Is he?
I'm sure Jesus Christ was a man. You know, I'm sure he was a living man, and that's it. That's where it ends. I don't believe he was a miracle worker or anything like that. I'm sure he was just a man that had a good story to tell. Maybe he was a very, very, very good con man, you know?
Where do you find your hope and your faith? Where do you draw that from?
For music, man. For music and art. I love art. I paint and draw a lot. Like, that to me is the hope for a good new life. Like, I don't need to believe in something that I can't see. I'm not gonna put all my hope into something that may not exist, you know.
What was your parents' view on religion?
Dude, I've been confirmed. I was baptized, christened, and confirmed like a Roman Catholic, you know. And that's just the way it is. I grew up going to church with my mum. I think the point I stopped going was when our priest raped a child at my school, and that was it. That to me was the end. Like, why the fuck am I wasting my time every Sunday coming to see you when you're a rapist and a pedophile? Like, that doesn't, you know, that's to me. And this is a man that was telling me that, you know, he knew God. Like, he was spreading the good word. And what exactly is the good word if you're raping children? There's no good word.
Now, what is the economy like right now in Britain?
It's fucked. The economy everywhere is absolutely ruined. I mean, we've been living in a recession now almost for the past 2 years. I mean, we're lucky that we still have the pound, you know. They're trying to move it over to the euro, and that's definitely going to make a big impact on us. But bottom line is that it's bad everywhere, and we felt it just the same as everyone else has. The music industry is affected by it. Every industry is affected by it. When we were in Europe, a journalist tried to catch me out from Germany. He was saying, well, you know, you're a tattooer when you're not in the band, and when, you know, you're in the band, so the recession doesn't affect you. Mate, I work 2 luxury jobs, you know, and in a recession, the first thing to go is a luxury. And I was trying to explain to him that for most people, a car is a luxury, and the German automobile industry is the biggest industry they have. And as soon as I explained that to him, he shut the fuck up. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it affects everybody. If parents are struggling with their jobs, they're not going to give their kids money. Their kids aren't going to go and buy records. Like, a recession is non-discriminatory. It affects everybody. It affects the world at the same level.
Tell me about how the Gallows formed originally.
We started about me, Laurent, and myself. He was in a punk band, and I played in a few like hardcore bands, and we'd go to each other's shows and see each other playing, and the other guys in the bands, you know, maybe didn't give as much as we did, and we both knew that we wanted to just join together, and if we were both in a band together, that would be 2 people going completely crazy, and we wanted to try and find people that would keep that level of intensity and passion as we did, you know. And so we started this band, and it took us a good 2 years to get together, and then a year of like writing and playing small shows before we really started hitting the nail on the head. And we got this tour out of nowhere with a band called Send More Paramedics. They're an old thrash band from the UK. They're great friends of ours. They just offered to take us out, and our guitarist left the day before the tour started. So we just asked my brother. I was like, look, dude, you know, learn the songs, come on tour for 2 weeks until we find a new guitarist. First show, I was like, dude, you're staying. You know, I want you full time. I'm never gonna let you leave the band now. And he was doing his degree at the time. So he's like, well, dude, like, I kind of have to do my degree. Like, I've paid a lot of money for this. I'd love to be in a band, but I need to finish this. So then for the next year, he was finishing up his degree, touring, like coming up and down the country to play shows. I don't know how it worked out, but here we are talking to you, you know?
What is your greatest fear?
I have a terrible, terrible phobia of whales, actually. Whales. Like that animal, yeah, I'm completely terrified of the sea for some reason. I'm not a super strong swimmer, but yeah, whales, anything bigger than me.
How do you define the word love?
Love? My family. Yeah, my family. My mother, my father, and my brothers.
And what brings you the most peace in your life right now?
Painting. Painting on my girlfriend. She understands, like, this life. She's extremely, like, she's just extremely supportive, and yeah, I love her very much, and she brings me a lot of peace. She just sits down with me and watches me paint. She's great.
Blairing Out with Eric Blair Show with Frank of the Gallows, signing off.
The Blairing Out Show.